If you're watching us on KUAM TV or streaming us on YouTube, thanks so much for tuning in once again, because I got a good friend of mine in studio right now, Rollin St. Nicholas, who, in addition to being one of the most dominant football players on Guam, and true to his humility, is just going to laugh it off, also now a member of UOG Press and doing very fine work chronicling our island's rich history. So, Ron, good to have you in here, finally.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so tell me all about this new book that you guys have put together, because certainly this is a labor of love for you as a Guamanian and a way to document what we as a people have gone through.
Yes, well, this new book is which is recently published by the UOG Press. It's called Alphabets in Chamorro, which translates to the Chamorro alphabet. We call it the ABCs of Chamorro. And we're actually having a launch for this book this coming Saturday at 3 o'clock at the Two Lovers Point. And you'll be able to purchase a hardcover or a softcover book.
Excellent.
Hardcover is $35 and the softcover is $25.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and assume that because your background in education is so vast, and you've been doing this kind of work for a very long time, this particular angle in teaching people about Chamorro, the language as well as the lifestyle and everything like that, this must resonate with you, and I'm sure this was a very passionate project of yours, putting this together.
Well, I was brought in at the very end, but the book is a very good resource for anyone who's from Guam, wants to visit Guam, or even our visitors now, the Japanese tourists, mainly because it talks about the 24 letters of the Chamorro alphabet, and each letter specifically covers different subjects, Chamorro concepts, cultural events, animals, and Chamorro legends.
Mm-hmm. Now, I guess I'm going to go ahead and speak for maybe some young people right here, because a lot of people say they're noticing with the renaissance in interest in Chamorro culture and the pride that we now carry, knowing a lot about who we are as a people. Some people say a lot of people write Chamorro with capital C, capital H. Is that addressed in the book? No,
that is not, and it's because I think that's a decision that was made on Guam, and this book is not about Guam. This book is about the Marianas.
Okay.
So Chamorros across the Sinai archipelago.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah. So, and that was more like just a convention that isn't universally used, but I mean, a lot of people are starting to do that, or at least asking the question why.
I think it's to emphasize that the T in the Chamorro is one letter of our alphabet and not two separate ones. So by capitalizing both, you cover that aspect of that letter.
Okay. So if you can, let's go ahead and look through a couple of the pages here and just see what is inside. It's beautifully put together too. I can't wait for this to come out.
I love the fact that there's actual map of the Marianas that starts from Guam all the way up to Farallon de Pájaros, and it shows all the islands of our Marianas chain, and it actually explains how it does look like a crescent moon.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, the reading level that this is for, I know it's it's meant to be consumed by probably young children all the way up, and given to possibly the Manumco and everything to reflect and to appreciate what's being done. But as a teaching tool, how can you see this can be used in what grade level in school?
Well, already 850 copies have been sold to DOE, and it's going to be used as a pilot for this coming school year for the Chamorro language classes in high school. And every Chamorro language teacher on Guam will have a copy as well.
Very nice.
Yeah, so it's a good resource for any age. I myself found it very interesting. It's an easy read, definitely, but highly informative.
It's got a lot of really good artwork too that back that up.
Sure. Yeah. There's over 100 people that contributed to this project. Many well-known photographers like Mitch Warner and Patrick Camacho, and art by artists like Judy Flores.
Now, putting a book together is an incredibly difficult job. I mean, there's a lot of logistics, a lot of moving parts, ironically, that go into a bound book and everything. What have you learned about, even though you said you came into this at the tail end of the project and everything like that, about putting a book together and finally getting it from concept to working project to finished project?
What I found out is it really takes a village to get this done.
Nice.
Yeah, it really does.
Okay, so once again, when is the launch, and when can people get their hands on this? Because I know the line for this is probably going to be around the block, because this is wonderful.
We definitely hope so. This Saturday at Two Lovers Point, 3 o'clock. And again, the hardcover is $35 and the softcover is $25. We made it affordable so that anyone can purchase it.
All right, very cool. This makes a wonderful gift, ladies and gentlemen. So, buy a bunch of these, send these to your friends and everything like that. They certainly are going to appreciate this for life. All right, thanks, Rob.
Thanks very much.
All right. Come back anytime. All right, and you come back on the flip side of this break. Get this, it's really, really cool.